Welcome to day number 6 of the Build Your Thriving Side Hustle, Thriving Online Side Hustle with YouTube Challenge. It's not really day number 6, but we wrapped up the challenge already yesterday, but I wanted to come on and answer your questions, review some of your homework. I'm going to pull it up on the screen. If you are watching the replay, let me know in the comments that you're watching the replay. If you're here with me live, say hey in the comments. Let me know that you're here. Let me know that you can hear me. This was an unscheduled live, although if you were watching yesterday, you knew that I told you how much I enjoy procrastinating when it comes to doing housework and laundry on the weekends. And if I can find a reason to live stream, I'm kind of thinking, why not? So we're calling this the procrasti-stream. So yesterday we wrapped up the 5-day challenge, 5 days to build your profitable online side hustle with YouTube. I'm just going to lower my ISO a little bit. That's a little bit better. That looks a little bit better. So we wrapped up the challenge yesterday. I put a link in the description for this video. So it's either above me or below me to get all of the lessons and live streams from the 5 days. You have until tomorrow, Sunday, to view them all, binge them all, do the homework, post the homework in the Thriving Side Hustle Video Creators Community Facebook group and get some feedback on it. And then at the end of the day, tomorrow on Sunday, the all the challenge videos and everything will go inside of the Video Pursuit Society. So if you want to catch up, all you have to do is just sign up for the challenge. If you're not already, vidpromom.com/challenge, and you'll get a link to the page with all of the live streams, the 5 days of live streams, and the homework assignments and the lessons and all that good stuff. I'm totally using procrasti-stream. I think I should... I wonder if there is a procrasti-stream.com. Somebody should buy that domain name. It's not going to be me, but I think it's a great idea. So, okay, Leanne, I have a hard time using, I don't know, Ecamm is not pulling in people's names. So I had to go to Facebook to see who made that comment. So that was Leanne. Hi, Grayson. Trademark it. Yeah. I don't know. I think it's kind of just a funny thing. Hey, Clarence. So I want to answer any questions that you have from the 5-day challenge. And I'll pull up some homework here on the stream and kind of review it and see, you know, what I can help you with essentially. So let me just, I have to do a couple things here on my screen before I start sharing it publicly. But let me know in the comments what questions you have about the 5-day challenge. On day number 1, we covered the most important thing. Before you start creating videos, before you start even thinking about videos or keyword research and all of that good, fun, nerdy stuff. We talked about the most important thing, which was defining your who, your audience, and your why. And not just like, why are you creating a YouTube channel or why your content needs to exist, but why do your people care about what you want to talk about? What is in it for them? What are they going to get out of it? Why do they need you to talk about the topics you want to talk about in your niche? And once you define that on day 1, on day 2, I taught you that coming up with video topics off the top of your head doesn't work and what to do instead. And you came up with at least 30 different video topic ideas. Yes, using some from the top of your head, but also thinking about where do people need to start with your content, with your niche? Like if we sat down and had coffee for like 45 minutes and I didn't know anything at all about your niche, where would you tell me to start? Now, I had a one-on-one call with a client where I used that as an example, and she just started like this and that and da-da-da. And I was like, pretend I don't know anything at all. You're talking about things that I have no clue. So you have to break it down to like the absolute very beginner, like kindergarten level. And those are foundational videos to put on your channel. That's stuff that you can refer people to when when somebody asks a question in a Facebook group or Instagram or Twitter or Clubhouse, if you're on Clubhouse, someplace that you can direct people to that's like foundational content that is for complete beginners. And then I had you write down a few video topic ideas based on products and software that are like daily use stuff within your niche. So that's all stuff that can be great content, great video topic ideas. Nobody reads a user manual, right? They just go to YouTube. And so if you can be the user manual for somebody, then it has to be aligned with your niche and with your channel and with your audience. But if you can be the user manual for somebody, then you've got them right at that moment where they're just starting to learn something. And so when you can be the go-to expert, then you're the go-to expert, right? So, and so that was day number 2, coming up with those 30 topic ideas. Day number 3, I taught you about looking legit on YouTube and making your channel more subscribable. We talked about channel branding, your, what's it called? Your channel art, the banner at the top of your channel. And we talked about your about page and what should be on your about page, how you should structure it, how you should word it, all that kind of stuff. Day number 4, we talked about applying the Spiderweb effect to your channel. And the Spiderweb effect is, it's really, I like to call it a strategy and a tool. It's both a strategy for YouTube and a planning tool for your YouTube videos. And I explain the Spiderweb effect way more in detail in the blueprint video, which is on the all access page for the channel. So for the challenge, those two words are like sort of flip-flopped. So my brain gets them confused if I'm talking too fast and thinking too fast. So if you don't have access to the all access page, that is where I put all of the daily lessons, all of the daily live streams from this week. They are all there on the access page. And if you don't have access to it, it means that you haven't signed up for the challenge, which is totally fine. You can still do that at vidpromom.com/challenge. And I put that link in the description of this video so you can go check it out. But you only have until the end of the day tomorrow, Sunday. So, and then day 5, yesterday, we talked about the keyword research mistake, which is doing keyword research for one video at a time and going down the keyword research wormhole, which can sometimes be fun and sometimes lead to lots of really great ideas. But when you are planning a channel from scratch, you really have to stick to that spider web so that the spider web effect takes hold on your channel. And so instead of researching one video at a time, you research a whole section of videos at a time and really become a student of your niche. When it comes to keyword research, Lloyd's Landscapes Just tell them to use vidIQ, duh, blah, blah, blah. Everybody knows this stuff. I hope you're not trying to sell a course. I don't use vidIQ, so I'm not going to recommend vidIQ. I use TubeBuddy. I have used vidIQ before, but I haven't in a long time. There's a lot more to YouTube growth than just using a tool like vidIQ, which is really why I created the 5-day challenge, Lloyd. So it's not for everybody, and that's okay. But there's more to it than just vidIQ. So one question that I got in my email from somebody that participated in the challenge, let me find it, wanted to know about, should you, when you have a brand new channel, should you display your subscriber count on your YouTube channel? Because when you have a brand new channel, it will say, 0 subscribers or 1 or 10 or however many you have. And it's sort of like a hit to your ego, right? You're like, oh, I don't want everyone to know that I only have 7 subscribers, and I totally get that. But here's the thing. People can tell just by the number of views on your videos whether you have an audience or not. It's not, the subscriber count is somewhat irrelevant. It's not completely irrelevant. It is a measure. It's a unit of measure, right? It's a measure of kind of like how long you've been here, how often you're showing up, and really it's a measurement of like your show upness, I guess you could say. But it's not necessarily a measurement of like how much value you're bringing or how many people you're really reaching. And you can't hide your video view counts, and your video view counts is really more indicative of how you're actually doing and like how many people you're actually reaching with your content. So I say don't hide it. If it feels like it hurts your ego to have 7 subscribers and have everyone know that you have 7 subscribers, then that is a good exercise for removing that kind of like mentality from your ego. Well, really removing a little piece of your ego from your mentality is really a better way of looking at it. So, hey, Mike and Studio 77. Listen, this whole entire challenge, I've been really good about remembering people's names with their channel name. And so you joined late. So now I feel like maybe your name is Emma, but I could be totally wrong. It's so funny because I have a hard time remembering people's actual names. But I've been really good at remembering people's actual names when I see their channel name. We'll see. Well, I got it. Yay. I got it. Okay. So, Emma just joined the challenge a couple of days ago. She joined late, but she caught up on everything. She posted her homework in the group, and which is really awesome to see. I think, I created the challenge, tasks, the lessons and the homework to be, something that will take you, it could take somebody 10 minutes, 15 minutes. It could take someone else like an hour to do each one. Somebody said they've been spending like 6 hours a day on it, which at first I'm like, 6 hours a day? No, that was not what my intention was. But it was like the first time she had really delved into this stuff and she was really enjoying it. So she was spending time on it and finally like motivated to actually do it. So 6 hours a day is a lot, but if you're really excited about something, I can see how you might spend 6 hours a day on it. So I'm going to actually pull up, let's see. I'm actually going to pull up Emma's homework here in the thing, really, earlier today, I was trying to install, oh gosh, I hope I don't have to restart it later. I was trying to install Google File Stream on my new computer. Can you guys see that? Yeah, you can, can't you? Or wait, oh no. There we go. You should be able to see that now. I was trying to install Google File Stream on my computer and it will not install. I have to give it permission and the thing for permission isn't showing up. So I tried a bunch of different things and one of them was turning off permission to share my screen. So you should be able to see this now. This is Studio 77 Emma. And so this is a screenshot of her channel showing what her channel art looks like when it's in there, when it's cropped and all that stuff. So I want to, first of all, I'm going to take this, I'm going to close that. We're going to make this a little bit bigger. Oh, I guess that's as big as it gets. Okay, so looking at the channel art up there at the top, what I like at first glance, it looks very like busy. Like I don't know what I'm looking at. Like, oh, what? How did that happen? This is so. Pardon me. It's Saturday, so this is what you get. You get this. You get me trying to like fumble around here. I didn't want to take a picture of that. I wanted to take a picture. Nope. Yeah, that. There we go. I hope you guys can see this, right? You can see just the oh no, you can't. You can only see that. Okay. Disregard. So it's hard to see or hard to like tell what I'm supposed to be looking at in the channel art. It's very colorful, which I like colorful, but it's a kind of busy, right? So seeing the video that you have at the top there, sewing tips for beginners, gives me, obviously it gives me a clue that this is about sewing, but it's hard to tell that there's sewing happening just by looking at the channel art, if that makes sense. If I zoomed in on that picture in the background on the left, I'm just kind of guessing that I'd be able to, oh, hang on. That's not what I want to do. I'm guessing that I'd be able to see what exactly is happening there, but it's just hard to see. So the other thing too, and this is such a common thing that I see is the name of your channel is Studio 77. And so it seems logical that you would kind of highlight that in big letters in the channel art. But if somebody's landing on your channel for the very first time and they don't know who Studio 77 is or what they do, then they don't care about Studio 77, right? Like they don't care about it until they care about it. And so before they can care who Studio 77 is or what you do, they need to know what you do. Like you need to kind of like make them care about it. So in other words, I would take the Studio 77 that you have there. I would actually remove that from the channel art because the name of your channel is Studio 77. So it's right there. Like there's no confusion over what the name of the channel is. So it's right there, Studio 77. So you can take it right out of the actual channel art. So then make sewing patterns, tips, tutorials bigger. And I would still add in something Specific to who your sewing tips and tutorials are for. And so I talked about this a little bit on, I think on day 5, about niching. We want to niche out our spider web, but we want to be really specific about who this stuff is for, because if I'm like, oh, I'm going to start sewing all my own clothes, and your channel is about sewing like craft type stuff, then I need to know that, right? Like, I'm looking for something specific. I'm the who that's like, I'm going to stop shopping and start sewing my own clothes. That's a very specific, like, who. And I mean, you could get even more specific and like address why someone would be sewing their own clothes, because there could be multiple reasons why someone would do that, versus why someone would be sewing for craft reasons, right? And so you want, if I'm looking to sew my own clothes, I want to land on your channel and know like immediately, oh yes, this is perfect. This is exactly what I was looking for. She's going to help me figure out how to sew my clothes. Versus if I'm looking for sewing type stuff for like craft projects, or I don't know any other way to explain it, but like maybe face masks or scrunchies is an example I use a lot. How to sew scrunchies. Then like I need to know that right up front. So that's what I would say about that. Having the time that you post is great. You could make it a little bit smaller. I think it's less important, I would say. It's still a good thing to have there if you do keep a schedule, but it's less important. So I would make it smaller, or, make it kind of like stand out less. And it almost looks to me like you're going live on Fridays at 5 p.m. GMT. So I don't know why it just stands out as like, come back here on Fridays at 5 p.m. GMT for a live stream. That's just that's what my brain thought at first. So if you're just uploading videos, I would say like new uploads Fridays at 5 p.m. GMT or something like that. And then, yeah, that's all I have to say about your channel art. Let me look at your Spiderweb. So in the middle of your Spiderweb, we're talking about sewing tips and tutorials, right? So that's going to be, all of your content is going to be niched out and around sewing tips and tutorials. So section 1, tips, you already have sewing tips for beginners, sewing tools for beginners, 5 tips for sewing faster. Ooh, that's a good idea. You circled it, so I think you agree that it's a good idea. Needle choices, advanced sewing tools, ways to make fabric. Is that what it says? How to use a sewing machine, how to use an overlock serger. Okay. Oh, section 2, clothing, adult skirt tutorial, how to add pockets. Genius. How to make a t-shirt a circle skirt. I don't know what a circle skirt is. Well, actually, probably I do. I just don't think that I do. You already have a skirt tutorial and a patch pocket. And section 3 is quilting, a memory quilt, memory bear, how to bind a quilt, woven quilted fashion. And section 4, beginner projects. Pouch, cushion, tote, pen roll. Oh, a pen roll. A makeup bag and a something, I can't read that word. Something bag. All right. So this looks really, really good. So you circled 5 tips for sewing faster, which I love. I love that as a video topic title for sure. So this looks great. The only thing I would say is, which I explained even before I saw your spider web here, is if I'm coming here for quilting, then I'm probably not also coming here for making my own clothes, right? Whereas if I'm coming here to learn beginner sewing projects, that to me is a closer relation to quilting, because it's a project. It's like it's not clothing, I guess. But at the same time, I can see how maybe making a skirt or adding pockets or a circle skirt, those might be good sewing projects for a beginner, or, for like somebody who's like one step past beginner, I guess. So those are my thoughts on Emma's Studio 77 spider web. So if anyone's watching this right now and you have not put together your spider web, you should definitely do that over at vidpromom.com/challenge. You can still sign up for the challenge. It's completely free. It is, we've been doing it for the past 5 days, but you can still watch all the lessons and everything until tomorrow. So you can grab a spot there. I'm going to locate another homework to pull up. Let me see what I have here. And by the way, if you have questions, let me know in the chat. I can't always see all of the questions, so maybe I should actually look. Stand by. Let me see. And if you were in on the 5-day challenge and you have questions, let me know too. Okay. So it started as a craft type and has moved into a couple clothes videos. I need to remember my niche, and I also got the time thing on there. Okay, cool. Ways to mark fabric. Okay. Tout léger. Did I say that right? Tout léger bag. My biggest video so far has been a quilting one, so I was trying to hook into that. Interesting. So I can't pull your comment up on my screen because Ecamm stopped pulling in comments. If you're can I go to your actual channel? If one of your biggest videos right now is on quilting, I'm just gonna go look at it real quick. Studio 77. Okay, so here's Emma's channel in real time. Look at all the colors. It's so colorful. I like that. So I'm just looking at the actual videos page. I want to look at, memory quilt. So one thing that you can do here is so it's, first of all, great idea thinking, I'm getting quite a few views on my memory quilt video, so I should make some more quilting videos. 100% yes, 5 stars, totally Meredith approved technique there for sure. In fact, if you were my client, I would say start with more videos about memory quilts, specifically about memory quilts. That's where I would start. So with your spiderweb effect, I would have one whole section be memory quilts. specifically memory quilts, and start with that section. That's what I would do. And I feel like, I don't know, I am not the world's like biggest sewer. I was going to say sewist. But I feel like quilting and memory quilt type thing is a good sort of like beginnerish, type of project. So it feels like it's sort of in line with your whole channel and your whole channel strategy. So that's what I would do if I was you. But I'm not. So it's cool if you don't want to do that. Let me see what other questions may be lingering. Heidi's here. Okay. Let me just make sure I can see all these comments. Okay. So let me pull up some more homework from here, from the group. If you're watching this on YouTube right now, I have a Facebook group called Thriving Side Hustle Video Content Creators, where I've been running the challenge. I have been also doing it live on YouTube this whole week also. But I want to share this with you. If you're thinking about doing the challenge and you haven't signed up yet because it's like, oh, the week is already gone, it's way too late. These are some of the things that people had, some of these major takeaways. Arby said she got so much done. Arby, I think, is the one that said she spent like 6 hours a day on these things. Everyone is so kind and helpful. Yeah, in the Facebook group, if you post your homework, you will get feedback. For the most part, you will get feedback. And everyone is really, really helpful. Julie said, I'm ready to cry. For years, I've been trying to pack into a nutshell what it is that I'm getting at. Because of this awesome 5 days of generosity and tools, Meredith Marsh, I have clarity in words to describe my mission on YouTube. I am forever grateful. Awesome. Tony has done the challenge before, but she stuck with it this time and had some aha moments to help her move forward and monetize her channel. I love talking about monetization on YouTube, but one of my like life goals or business goals as a content creator is I want to help 1,000 people make $1,000 a month with YouTube, right? Which would equal, if you do the math, $1 million a month. That's what I want. I think that would be amazing. $1,000 a month can, depending on like your lifestyle, it could pay your mortgage. It would pay my mortgage. It could pay, that's like 2 pretty good car payments right there. If you really wanted to throw it at a couple of car payments, but you could retire a few years earlier just by taking that money and dumping it into investments. $1,000 a month isn't probably enough to like quit your job, but it's enough to get you further ahead than where you're at, right? And the thing is, it keeps growing. Like your videos will keep getting views, even if you're not showing up there every week. So let me find some more homework to pull up. And if you have questions, drop them into the comments for me. So Holly, here's a good homework I can show you guys from Holly. Simplifying toddler development. So the feedback that I gave on this one was that, first of all, replacing this picture. So since Holly has her profile picture on YouTube is a picture of her, you don't have to put a picture of you in your banner. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just redundant, especially when it's right there, right above the main picture, right? It's like, it's just redundant. And so you could use that space a little bit more, I don't know, wisely by putting some other picture in there that is more relevant to simplifying toddler development. Like, you have to look at, what are people going to care about? What can I do in the header image to make people care about my content? And a picture of you doesn't help people care about your content if they've never watched your content, right? So if you can put a picture in there that shows what simplifying toddler development looks like visually in a picture, which I don't know anything about simplifying toddler development, so I can't give you any ideas there. But maybe a toddler to begin with, like something maybe with a kid or something, right? I like that Holly put grab free developmental milestones chart for 1 to 4 year olds, like a call to action in there. That's not the worst idea in the world, but a better idea would be to give people a call to action to subscribe to the channel, because they are here on YouTube and you want them to watch your YouTube videos while they're here on YouTube rather than sending them away. But I kind of like how you worded it and how you put it there. So it's not the worst idea in the world. I'll take it. I'll take it. All right, let me see here. I'm just going to look for some more homework, but I also need to look at my comments to see if anybody is commenting. Wonder, Wander, Ponder, and Bark. So valuable. Thank you. And all right, cool. So some people say sewist. Okay. Sewist, sewer. All right. So Wonder, Wander, Ponder. I'm going to bring up your homework since you are here. Let me just locate it real quick. Let me see here. Thriving side hustle, video content creators. Let's see. If I search for the word embark, will it show up? Oh yeah, okay, it's Julie. See, I couldn't remember that one. I was just bragging about how good I have been about remembering people's first names with their YouTube channel names. So this was Julie's header. What am I trying to say? Channel art that she uploaded on day 3 of the challenge, Wonder, Wander, Ponder, and Bark. And so it's a lot of text. This is the feedback that I gave. It's a lot of text. So I would reduce the amount of text for sure, and revise from there. And I think I reviewed this on the live stream the other day. But I like deliberate, delightful living. Like I like that, phrase. I feel like that needs to be more of the headline, I think. But for the VBB, very busy brain, that's too... It's kind of funny because, like, if somebody has a very busy brain, don't give them the VBB and then explain what VBB is. Just tell them what the words are. You know what I mean? Like, if you already have a very busy brain, then you need to simplify what you are saying, right? Like, that's sort of the way, that's what my very busy brain thinks when I read that. And so, again, always be thinking about your audience and like the actual human being that's going to hit your channel and look at this and read it. And what is their reaction going to be? Are they going to be like, oh yeah, I get it? Or are they going to be like, huh? What is that? What is VBB? Or, if they're going to be confused, that they're not going to stick around. A confused brain is going to go find something that is simpler, right? That is simpler to understand. So that was the feedback that I gave for Julie. And I think that Julie revised that design in the group. Maybe I can find it. I'm not totally sure. What else do we have? I'm not totally sure. I'm not seeing, maybe you didn't revise it. I don't know. All right. So if there are no more questions for me, I'm going to let you all go on this fine Saturday. The sun is shining. The sun has not been shining very much lately. So it's great to see the sun. I have laundry to do and dishes and housework. And so thank you all for procrasti-streaming with me. If you, just for anyone who has not been on this whole time, if you have not been participating in the 5-day challenge, 5 days to build your profitable online side hustle with YouTube, you can still do it. You can binge the lessons and the live streams. If you go to vidpromom.com/challenge, completely free. You have until the end of the day tomorrow. And then all those live streams are going to go into the Video Pursuit Society. So, yes, the new term neurodiverse. Thank you for helping me to clarify. Awesome. Question regarding playlists. Yes, go ahead. Your question regarding playlists. I'll put it in the Facebook group. Oh boy, then I gotta go find it. Question regarding playlists. I'll stand by for your question regarding playlists. And yeah, I guess that's it. Are you going to leave it in the group or like in the video? This is why I don't typically use or do live streams very often, because I'm like, now what do I do while I wait? Okay, as we niche out and clarify our missions, we may want to change playlists. Is there a consequence? No, that's a great idea. Your playlists really are, they really should be like curated lists of videos, basically. So it's a great idea you can change your playlists, reorder them, reorganize them, add more. You don't have to, you don't have to like dismantle a playlist or delete it. But you can create new playlists that make sense, right? And so your playlists they don't have to just be a category of videos. They really should lead a viewer from one video to another video to another video, like in order. So when they find a playlist or you send someone to a playlist, it's all right there in order, and YouTube's not going to just start throwing other random videos at them. It's going to go in order, like completely bingeable, like a Netflix series. And so, yeah, you can change your playlists, reorder them, curate them as you go. And it's a good idea to do that, and just kind of think of it as curating. So I'm going to let you all go, and thanks for being here and procrasti-streaming with me. I don't know if I'll be here again tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see how much procrastinating I feel like doing tomorrow. But it's been a really great challenge. If you haven't caught up yet, make sure you at least get yourself to the blueprint video so you can put all of the lessons together. And you are welcome, Emma, and we'll talk soon.